I put in $20, my big brother puts in $20, and then we've gotten donations from people in the crowd.
All right. Well, how nice of your brother, and how nice of the crowd, and how nice of you.
Yep.
Doing what we can to keep the community alive and eating. I know some of these people rely on their Smash money to live.
Oh yeah, I know Perry and Copel, for instance, immediately convert their Smash winnings into food every time. Oh no, Vlone with an SD. You don't see those very often with Game & Watch because of how good his recovery is.
Yeah, a little too deep there.
Yeah, pressing a couple too many buttons.
Speaking of Perry, he's not here tonight, is he?
Oh yeah, Perry is not here, and he said he was just going to avoid the Wi-Fi PR for peace of mind.
For peace of mind. Just converts the winnings into just wins. Coppola Perry just win and then immediately get on Grubhub. Is that how that works?
Oh yeah, Perry will literally just be like, I need to win this so that way I can order a pizza. And yeah, I've had Copel show me his Grubhub receipt after the tournament, like, hey, thanks for paying for the wings.
Thanks for the Taco Bell, bud. Yeah, Jjeams, seeming to really have no problem navigating around what Vlone Flex is throwing out. God, he has a bad habit of calling it Vlone Flex. One tournament told me to call him that one time when I was commentating.
I think it was Ori. I think Ori calls him Vlone.
I don't know.
I've actually never asked him, so who knows?
I feel like he's a nice guy to where, like, even if it's not Vlone, he wouldn't tell us. So,
oh yeah.
Or, like, if it is Vlone.
A fun thing about Vlone is that, like, despite how I or others may feel about Game & Watch, Vlone, like, he's been not frequent, but occasionally underseeded at my tournaments. Like, tonight, he's seeded 12th, and here he is guaranteed top 3, you know?
Yeah.
And he never, ever has complained to me about his seed. But there's some kids that will, like, that's all I'm gonna say, actually. I assume any detail I give past that, people will know that I'm complaining about them.
Well, people might already know that. That's true. That's got the joys of being a TO.
Yep. One of the many fun things to handle during your tournament. But yeah, so I like Vlone Flex quite a bit.
My favorite people who complain about seeds are the ones who complain about, like, bro, how could you put me at 27? I'm clearly 24th. Like, come on. Like,
yeah.
Like, don't you know I didn't seed really anyone past 15, dude? I don't care. Sure, you want 24 here. Like,
okay.
I think we're seeing both these players now play a little bit more passive. That's like the third hook shot we've seen in the last 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think Jjeams is just looking for the simple finisher here. He's...
Yeah. I mean, you might as well.
But he might lose his stock.
Shot. That was the time to hook shot. How does he keep missing these? Jjeams, just...
Alright, he finally gets it. Playing with the crowd's heart.
Go back and count this.
It's not too low and you'll hear about it.
All right. So game number 1 goes to Jjeams. One thing when you'll hear about it.
One thing that, like, a lot of Smashers don't understand is, like, the concept of upsets. So, like, the second the, like, 13th seed beats the 12th seed doesn't mean that you're necessarily better than the 12th seed consistently. Right. Like, it's possible for you to get an upset during your bracket. That happens, you know?
Right.
But, like, seeding is a prediction. It's not like a prescription. You're predicting where these people are going to end. But on any given night, somebody could be playing really hot or something, you know.
This is the first time we've seen this stage here.
You're right. I don't think we've seen Yoshi's at all tonight.
No, Yoshi's Battlefield. Just Jjeams getting juggled a little bit, finally making it back to the platform, sitting on top there, getting down real quick. Not wanting to deal with that. Covers aggressively with the forward air, gets back to stage, getting beat up with some air puffers.
You know what's good? Seeing Vlone do so well on the beginning of this one because he SD'd at the beginning of the first game, and then Jjeams just kind of like slowly bled him out, you know?
Yeah.
Which could definitely really ruin your momentum. But it looks like he hasn't slowed down at all, really.
Well, falling down through that platform, but I got a little bit of lag. I don't know what's going on from there. The anticipation.
Oh no.
All right, now I'm back. Froze for a second as like Game & Watch body was smushed halfway between the top platform and the base of the platform.
No rational person would let Game & Watch on this stage. Yeah, Game & Watch has like up air confirms that can kill on this stage. So usually you would just ban this, but Jjeams says he doesn't care.
You don't give up. One thing I want for my commentary, I want to get a soundboard where I can make it sound like I'm bleeping myself out.
I've seen a couple people do that. It's pretty funny.
Jjeams doing his best to keep his spacing here, doing what we saw him do last time, and kind of just using those bow and arrows, using the boomerangs, just to sit back and wait for a confirm to happen, just because Young Link is so fast. And it's one of the frustrating things about playing him. You feel like he's half a stage away, then all of a sudden he chucks a boomerang at you, and then, oh, you can get up and hit me with a sword? Well, that's neat. Oh, what a good air dodge just to get around and through that, because he was toast. Got that connected.
The down air gets him, though.
Yeah, one way or the other, that stock is now gone. Multiplex coming out hard after that death. Holding that match a little too long. Jjeams almost got in there. One thing I like about Jjeams is that he doesn't overcommit himself almost on anything. He knows when he's dropping his strings, when his combos are done, and he will back off and reset. Where I think a lot of times when people play characters that have some of the combo ability, they just overextend too often and end up getting punished for it. But Jjeams is really just aware of exactly how it goes, and you'll see him. A lot of times I'll think, okay, here comes the sword, here comes the forward air, and then next thing you know, Jjeams is actually just rolling back, pulling out a bow and arrow, and waiting for his opponent to fall back and play and reset.
Yeah, as someone who plays Falco, I don't stop pressing buttons until you hit. Once I get it up till I'm mashing until it, like, you can make me stop. So yeah, that's definitely a respectable skill to have, to just like recognize like, oh, I'm not going to be able to get my forward air here, but he does get that forward air there, and it doesn't kill quite yet.
Are we gonna go for hook or for hook shot galore here like we did last time? Now that
Gets the jump read. Oh my.
Yeah.
I think one thing Jjeams has that like he really takes advantage of that, like the fact that Game & Watch isn't that fast.
What's
and
up,
he's
Tom?
just hyper aware of like, oh yeah, hello.
Hi, Tom. Hi, Tom. Hey, is Tom still here?
Yeah.
Did I cut out?
Here.
Okay, gotcha. You left us. I need to know what you're gonna say, and now my brain is like, Game & Watch has.
I think Jjeams does a really good job of just taking advantage of like the low speed that is Game & Watch, because he's not like he's slow on the ground for like a top tier character, I would say. So
That's true.
Jjeams is able to like he's obviously very good at the matchup, so he's able to take advantage of it a lot harder than me.
Game 3, here we come. Going to the other triplat. So, yeah, last time they said, I don't know why you would take Game & Watch to Yoshi's Battlefield, but here we are, a regular Battlefield. Right after that, clearly Jjeams not too concerned about taking anyone to a triplat. A lot of dancing around from these two characters. Not much damage has been exchanged in these first 25 seconds. Finding himself in mid-stage, connects with the bow and arrow, tries to connect forward air, but nothing doing. Hook shot, gonna whiff on it, but able to recover and get Vlone as Vlone tries to fall through with the up B. Good job by Jjeams to really have some of that awareness of the up air that comes at him. He's been able to avoid it almost his entire match. I'm not sure if Vlone has been able to connect with it. Quick hook shot there to throw Vlone off and keep advantage of the stage. That bomb coming up, Vlone barely missing it, and the boomerang confirm into the forward air. Not going to be enough to kill, but enough to really put Vlone in not a good spot. 120 on Vlone, absolute kill percentage for how light that two-dimensional character is. Vlone able to hold stage control here. That bomb coming down from the forward air. Going to hit the platform, not connect with Jjeams.
Yeah, one thing that I'm interested in seeing is, and we just saw it here, is Vlone uses a lot more of the neutral B, the bacon, than Quark does. So I'm interested to see like how effective that'll be in dealing with uses like not spam, but like use of projectiles.
Yeah,
but,
that is
going a bit too low there.
That is a good point. So yeah, I guess Jjeams does. So wait, did KJ, as you said, he has no problem playing Quark, but usually does not like playing Vlone. That might be one of the factors. Just in Vlone's playstyle is a little bit different. Much more use of that neutral B. Be quite an annoying thing to deal with. Bow and arrow to hook shot, and not going to continue the combo onto the platform. Vlone there with the jab, able to put a good bit of damage on him. 45%, 54 as he connects with the up air. Gonna try and read the roll in, but Jjeams not gonna fall for that. He probably knows that Vlone is one of the last people to do that against, as we mentioned on screen here. Vlone really likes to try and call that one out. Game & Watch is a character with so many options to call it out. Just those down smash hammers just can be devastating as you're trying to get back to the stage. Covers a couple of different options, but we also see him a lot of times pull out that helmet, try and head smash you straight up to the ceiling too. Down tilt to up B, confirm, not going to kill though. Chases him with the up air, but barely missing him right above that top platform.
Yeah, right now they're just kind of like trading. One thing that like is really interesting is Jjeams seems to be able to get out of these like longer strings that Vlone gets on these people, and that up smash is gonna take it. But I'm interested in like he's able to get out a lot faster, and he's just taking the like quick like 3-hit combos that Young Link can do instead of like overextending most of the time. And I think that's like really how he succeeds in this matchup.
Run up forward tilt, gonna use the chair to put Vlone off. I'm sorry, to put Jjeams off stage. And what a call out! Yeah. Whoa. We are all tied up here. Last stock in game number 3. Vlone Flex needing to pull this one out to stay alive here in winners. And Jjeams continue to put the pressure on. This has been one of the closer matches we've seen on stream tonight.
Yeah, I think, like, I obviously didn't catch the beginning of the set, but I think I'm noticing a couple adaptations from Vlone here. And it's really just up to Jjeams to like figure out how he can flip his playstyle to like have to create new data.
Yep.
for Vlone to get. Vlone pressing every button in the entire world, and that back is gonna.
Yeah, I think that's a spot that you don't want to be in against Game & Watch, is those high percentage recoveries off stage where you're deep and Game & Watch can chase you deep. And Vlone has done a good job of making use of Game & Watch's tools when chasing his opponents off stage. So gonna bring a game back. We're going to game number 4. Vlone with 1. Jjeams trying to close it out with 2. It'll be interesting to see where they end up going here. It will be Vlone's pick. I'm sorry, Jjeams' pick. I'm sure Vlone's not going to ban either of the triplats, but Jjeams losing on Battlefield last time, but winning on Yoshi's the first time. And I believe the first stage they went to was either PS2 or it was one of the 2 platform stages. Not sure which one it was, but let's see where Jjeams counterpicks here.
I had to guess. I think we might see Lilat if it's not banned.
Ooh,
But I could
Tom
be
calling
okay.
out the Lilat.
I definitely thought Town was going to be banned, so this
Yep.
is easily Youngling's best stage. So, and
What makes this
Game & Watch-
Youngling's best?
So Youngling's biggest weakness, I would say, is just like you're not gonna get as many early kills, just as like due to the nature of the character. But like on every stage, you're gonna be able to control a lot of space and do a lot of damage per hit. But on Town, you get all of that. You can still control all this space, and you're also going to get the early kills with like down tilt forward air and just like arrow into up B, all those confirms. And because of the like short side blast zones, you're able to control all this space and get earlier kills than you usually do. And it's something I would have been interested in seeing. I missed the set between Jjeams and Nectar, but it's definitely the like strongest stage for both of their characters. So I'm interested in seeing how like that interaction would go.
Yeah.
And outside of like back air, and then obviously if he gets a down smash, the forward smash, you don't really see Game & Watch killing off to the side as much, or at least you see him killing off the top a bit more than you do Youngling. So I do think this is a really good counter pick, and that's gonna take the first stock.
Scooping him up with that up smash. That's like one of my least favorite smash attacks to die to, because you just have to watch yourself get pummeled a few times. Great.
Getting hit by like the first hit of any of the Link's F smashes as well, or I guess not Toon Link in this game. It's just like you have to sit there and like hope they mess it up.
Right. It's like the same thing with like Incineroar when he gets to the command grab. It's like, please F up,
no.
please F up.
Yeah, I've fought enough Kevy in my time to understand that pain.
Kevy, if you're still in chat, you cause pain, just so you know. Jjeams seems like he's slowing it down a little bit.
I think Jjeams is just waiting, like he's throwing out the projectiles, and then Vlone is kind of falling into like a pattern where he's like, if he's at a certain range, he's always gonna throw out that bucket, and that's gonna be a stock for Vlone, able to get Jjeams off stage. But he's just like at the same range, putting out that bucket, and as a result, he's like, Jjeams is capitalizing, getting the grabs, getting dash attacks, and doing as much damage as he can off of those. Sometimes he's waiting the bucket out, and just charging arrow, or like throwing the boomerang above him, like waiting for a jump from Vlone.
And that's where Vlone has gotten the most most out of his moves, is when Jjeams is off stage. I think 90%, but at least a majority of the stocks that Vlone has taken so far in this set have been him chasing Jjeams off stage and killing with a back air. So Jjeams is probably very well aware of that. It's tough to really do much against it when you're trying to recover. I mean, your game plan at that point just has to be just protect yourself and just win neutral, which of course is pretty much just everyone's game plan all the time. So but you're just playing super passive and maybe kind of just protect center stage as best that you can. I think we're seeing him do that a little bit more right here now. I mean, we were talking a little earlier about how Jjeams is a real aggressive when it comes to his playstyle in neutral. I think right now we're seeing him sit back a little bit, knowing that if he loses it, that's where he starts to lose stocks.
Yeah, I think Jjeams is doing a much better job controlling, like, limiting Vlone's movement. Like, I think Vlone does a really good job of, like, forcing, like, certain options off stage, but he's not really, like, making Jjeams approach in any way. Like, obviously he's got a big disadvantage here, so he can't really do that. But he's not controlling the way that he's, like, pressing his buttons as much as he could.
Yep.
And that's why, like, Jjeams is able to get these, like, strong openings. Almost seeing a kill with the down air, but hitting the bomb instead and only getting the second hit on Game & Watch.
Yeah, starting to be a little bit worried if you're Vlone. You're down an entire stock here. It's starting to feel a little bit dismal. And there it is, connecting with the down air. Jjeams is going to take this set 3 games to Vlone flexes. 1 will be advancing to grand finales.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Jjeams' run.